Why would he allow something like that to happen to me? I'm a praying man, a preaching man. Why would he allow something like this to happen to me? I felt like my son was a good boy. Why would he allow something like this to happen? Leaving me wondering, just wondering why. But I want you to understand that God has a divine plan.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Our God has a master plan.
Yes.
And it says that all things, well, then I just have to look at that situation and say, God allowed this to happen. I love God and I'm trying to live according to his purpose and according to his plan. That God is going to work this thing out for my good.
Yes, yes, he will.
I talked to my son after the trial was over. My son said, Dad, you know, I found the Bible and I've been reading my Bible. And because of the thing that happened to me, I'm going around in the jailhouse right now ministering to the other inmates.
Praise him.
Because it made him realize that a life without him that'll bring you to God has to be a good thing. All things work together for the good of those who love God.
Amen.
But it's up to us to surrender to his will. We must be like Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane when he said, not your will, not my will,
Yeah.
Lord, but your will
Talk about it.
be done.
Praise his name.
The Bible says that God knows the number of hair on our head.
Yes.
That leads me to believe that God made all things. God knows all things. And God controls all things. Nothing is going to happen without God knowing about it. God is in control.
Yes, he is.
And even if Satan attack you, God can take what Satan meant for your bad and turn it around and make it work out for your good.
Every time. Every time.
You see, life is a series of events.
That's right.
One thing after another. We had this mass killing over in Orlando. God knew about this.
That's right.
He allowed it to happen. How is this going to work out for our good? The psalmist David said, I had almost fainted, except I believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. And what that means is that sometimes what doesn't look good is still working for our good.
Come on, Pastor, preach.
Even though it don't look good, it's still working for our good.
That's right. Yes.
How many of y'all in here know how to bake a cake? You know how to bake a cake? Well, that's good, because I can't eat boiled eggs. But the point I'm trying to make is, have you ever hand the sugar, just ate some sugar by yourself?
Yeah.
You ever tried to eat an egg by itself? None of those things taste good by themselves.
Come on, talk about it. Talk about it.
That experience I had with my son, that didn't feel good. It didn't look good either, I'm sure. But the point I'm trying to make is, when you take that baking soda that sugar and that egg, and you take all those things that taste bad by themselves, and you put them together, and you mix them up and you whip them up, like you say, all things work together. Not separately, but together for the good of those who love God.
Amen.
So think back over your life. Think about all of the events that you experienced, all of the things that you experienced, all the things that you went through. Some of them were good, some of them were bad, some of them were terrible. But they all, when you put them all together, when God put all that stuff together, see, God got a master plan. And it's working out for your good.
That's right.
Because in the end, it's going to taste like cake.
Amen.
It's going to taste sweet.
Amen.
In fact, Jesus has already worked it out.
Yes, he has.
He worked it out on Calvary's cross.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Thank you, Lord.
You see, when I was 5 years old, I was suffering with spinal meningitis. I'm 60 years old. Back when this happened, they didn't even have a cure
All right.
for spinal meningitis.
All right.
That night, one night, my heart stopped beating. They took me and they put me in a bucket full of ice, and my grandmother said they flipped me over to try to get my temperature down, to get my heart back beating. My grandmother said they came out and they told her, they said, you need to watch Anthony. We almost lost him last night. But I'm saying all of this here, I lived a terrible life. I was out there on drugs
Come on, Pastor.
and alcohol. My wife is sitting there. I almost lost my wife. I almost lost my family. I almost